January 14, 1943. Dear Margie. Well, darling, a week from tonight and I should be on my way to see you, and for the 14 days. I saw the lieutenant today regarding my furlough being postponed, but he said he could see no reason why it would be, so I guess everything will be okay. Won't we have fun, darling? We must get some real skiing in. I know a few good hills down the lake from Haileybury, as well as a couple of sites I would like you to see, the cliffs on the lake, from the bottom of them. I would also like to take you for a ride across the lake in a snowmobile if they are still running. Well, darling, we have an exam tomorrow morning on field engineering. That just leaves the exam on bridging sometime next week, Wednesday we think. I got another A on demolition and hope for one on field engineering. Bridging will be the toughest one and the one that really counts. Tonight is pay night. Of course everyone is glad because we are all pretty well broke. I know I am. Well, darling, I can't think of anything more to write about, especially with all this racket going on. So, we'll close this until tomorrow night. All my love, dearest. Jean da Shoes. As ever. Roger XXXX. January 17, 1943. Dear Margie. Sorry I didn't get a letter away yesterday, dear, but we got in late and by the time I had changed, the bus was in, so had to make a wild dash to make it. I have just come in from skiing and had a real day of it. It was perfect, bright and sunny, and just cold enough to keep you on the move. The fresh snow that fell this week made the hill all the faster. There must have been 200 or 300 out again today, so by the middle of the afternoon, the hills were pretty badly cut up. About 15 of us started following the leader and gradually worked our way down the river towards Ottawa. There was one hill that reminded me of the hill in Sun Valley, small firs studded all down the slope. We worked trails that wound back and forth to the bottom. I still haven't got my turns down right yet, but am improving. However, I got by with 3 dandy falls. One nearly flattened me out. I slid on my stomach so hard that it took a button off my pants and snow got in. It sounds funny now, but I didn't laugh at the time. Had quite a time in Pembroke last night. 3 of us got a bottle of scotch and went to the hockey match between the artillery and Renfrew. We cheered Renfrew, all the engineers did, and darn near had a couple of riots. Had 2 good dinners as well. The only thing it cost a little too much, but is the first blow since New Year's, and that seems a long time ago. Well, darling, I just have this week to put in on bridging. It will mean a lot of accounting, but hope to get it. It's the most important subject of the course. You and the family will be glad to see Al. He will have a lot to tell, won't he? He must have had some fair experiences in 3 crossings. Got a letter from home and they say Don has joined the Ordinaire Corps, so guess he is in Toronto. You will probably see him when he lands there. Gosh, darling, I will be glad to get out of this place for the 2 weeks. We sure will have fun. Well, dear, guess this is all for the present. We'll write again tomorrow. All my love, Margie. As ever. Roger XXXX. January 18, 1943. Dear Margie. Well, darling, here is some more news. We don't get away until Saturday, so it will be Sunday morning before I get home. Some mistake in our orders for the week. They placed bridging exam for Saturday morning. It makes me mad, but apparently there is nothing we can do about it. However, it doesn't cut down on the number of days, as we will make up the time at the end. Didn't get any mail today, but will expect one tomorrow. It's been a dull day today, cloudy and a light snowfall the entire day, making the roads hard walking. We had boat equipment today. It seemed foolish going through the embarking and landing with the boat on a concrete floor, but at least it gives us the idea of things. There really isn't much to write about tonight, darling. The hut is pretty quiet except for a radio which has landed into the hut. All we hear on the darn thing is stories. I wish it would go on the rocks. I have an invitation to dinner tomorrow night with the chap Winroth the painter. It's to friends of his in town, so certainly jumped at the chance of getting a civilized bite. We'll tell you about it tomorrow night if I get back in time, dear, otherwise you will miss a letter. However, I will try and get one away before bedtime. As I said before, dear, there isn't much to say, can't think with the damn program going, so think I will wash out a suit of underwear and a couple of handkerchiefs and turn in. All my love, darling, I sure miss you and will be glad when I get home to you. Your loving husband. As ever. Roger XXXXX.